year, or some ridiculous number, right? Like that the average, what turned out to work for them was that if you spent your efforts with your marketing and your everything in a way that would keep those people around and actually grow the amount of Coca-Cola they drank, then that actually sort of rose the tide for many of the other customers. That tends not to be true, I think, online. That's just, my experience tells me that, my perspective. Yes?
What are ideal percentages or ratios for the four kind of grades of customer incentives?
Right. So I will say that when I do this in real life, I don't do 4. That was the extent of my my PowerPointing skills, and I thought if I did any more, it would be very confusing to read on the screen. So I actually do go with an A+, A minus, B+, B minus type of framework. So there are more grades there. I tend to find that somewhere around like 0.5% of your it depends. If you're a small company that's still trying to figure out what you're doing, I think it's going to be a little bit different. But in general, it's usually about 0.5% is in your A+ type of realm, kind of your top tier. It depends a little bit based on that. So for example, how you define these groups can also vary based on the KPI you're looking at, right? So if you're really having an issue, let's say you're an e-commerce type of company or just a commerce type of company, and you've got lots of SKUs. The problem is, let's say you're getting a lot of revenue, but you're getting the wrong kind of products purchased. The margin's off, right? That can lend itself to one way of sort of breaking up your users, and one that's sort of saying, well, we're not getting enough repeat customers, lends itself to a different way of slicing and dicing, right? But in general, that's how I usually find that usually about 0.5%